Okay, hi everyone, Soul Super 17 here, the Soul Super 17 here. Sorry about that. This is a non-paid video. I don't about the picture, and yeah. So, anyways, I basically did not make a video on Saturday or anytime this week. I did say I'm watching my videos, and it was like around, I think like Saturday when Friday or Saturday when I made that post, and here's what happened. When I was watching, my videos, I had my internet for like 2 days. I did not have any of my internet. My Wi-Fi was like cut out for like 2 days and a half, and I was like, shit. And so I couldn't watch it at school. Not school, but at my job, the Wi-Fi wouldn't let me basically watch it. And I was like, fuck. Yeah, I'm just cursing. But, yeah, so right now my dad is in his room listening to music, so I'm in my kitchen area, making sure I'm far away from the door so I can make this video. You see, I haven't even basically gone through all my videos. Alright? I'm just making this because this is season 2, part 1 of the solo deku series. Solo leveling deku series. So, this is going to be all the solo leveling chapters. But I'm basically making it now where a lot more solo leveling stuff is going to happen. So, in this part, things are going to been going on a lot more in that direction. But here's the thing. Filo is around because my last video I did listen to my last video. So what happens was Filo came and she, is now a child, because Izuku was adopting her as his daughter, along with the demon girl. I just need to look up her name real quick, but you know who she is. She was in the Demon Tower. Izuku and her are dating. And I did make some characters, basically, like Mirako, be younger in one of my videos. I made her like a teenager again. So yeah. So am I going to add more to a ships in this one? Probably not. But honestly, he's dating someone, which I'm like, I did leave Mirako as an option, so I'm kind of like in this, season, I'm thinking about just making it happen. Kind of thinking like, he's going to get too powerful and, gonna need, basically, I was thinking, well, by power-wise, he's going to have a lot more girls attracted to him. Say it's like the High School DxD double effect, they like power. But in this case, for Mirako, animal instincts, strongest person, be with, that sort of thing. So yeah, enough of me explaining. Let's just get into this. But yeah, this is the new picture. I had this a while back because I thought I couldn't find my old one for the thumbnail, but I'm gonna use this one. But yeah, so let's get back into this, everyone. This is season 2. Part 1. So, as we all know, Deku came back from the world of Rise of the Shield Hero. He killed the goddess, and he now has her in a little lamp. He also has the copy of the shield, and Filo, new monsters, raising up his shadow army. Oh, by the way, I am not basically having any monsters attacks or leveling. This is just, as I said, introduction to more solo leveling stuff. So yeah, anyways, sorry. So Izuku arrives home with Filo. He's like, hold up. Okay, I did look up her name real quick. It was E-S-I-L, so Essel, I'm saying. And he goes, Essel, Eri, Mom, I'm back. And I have someone new to add to the family. As Inko comes down and she goes, Izuku, what's wrong? And who's the... She basically sees Filo. Blonde hair, blue eyes, tiny adorable child. She goes, new grandchild? Which goes, if Essel agrees. Which she comes down and... Well, I mean, not comes down. She basically comes over. She goes, Zuku? Is that... She sees Eri. She goes like, who's she? She goes, this is Filo. Filo? This is Essel. Essel, Filo. She's a Filorial, a bird creature that could transform into a human, and she is a reward item I got for completing an event quest. As she scratched the back of his head, and she goes, okay, and you... And he goes, well, and I was thinking we can adopt her and Eri can be her big sister. In which Eri comes over, she goes, Papa! She sees the child, well, she sees another girl, basic kid. She goes, who's she? Is she my new sister? Which Zuko looks at Essel, Essel looks at Zuko, then at Filo. Filo making adorable, puppy dog eyes. As Essel just sighs and then smiles, she goes, yes, Eri, she's gonna be your new sister. Because I remember correctly, I knew I basically had Deku adopt Eri, so because of All For One and everything. So yeah. So anyways, so Eri goes like, new sister, comes over and hugs Filo, as then Filo turns into her big giant bird fluff mode. Yes, I call her true form the big giant bird form that's all fluff, basically feathers. Which Eri's like blinking, looks up. Filo looks down. She goes, hi, Eri. Her wings up. As Inko and Essel is just shocked as Izuku comes out from behind. He goes like, yeah, this is Filo's true form. But here's the thing. She eats a lot, and also he basically puts his hand in her feathers as it just sinks in. And he says, she's very fluffy. And cuddle. Well, used to be cuddled in. Which Inko and Essel do come over, put their hands through the feathers that they sink into it and actually feel very comfortable. Which Filo would chuckle as Eri just still hugging Filo. She goes, sister. Which I don't know why, but I just think Filo would just think to herself, I have a sister now. And as soon as everyone, kind of moves away, Filo does turn back to normal. So she goes like, so I'm going to be living here from now on? Which Izuku says, uh-huh. Though, the problem may be with food, but it's not going to be that much of a problem if I just use monsters from the dungeon to feed you. Which, she goes, are they meat? Which he nods. She goes, then I should be good. Which everyone that does not know blinks, which then Deku says, Filorials are carnivores. They eat plants or food or meat. Carnivores or herbivores or whatever. Basically, they eat almost anything. Which everyone just nods. But Eri's like, what's that? Which Izuku says, I'll explain to it later. Which she does not. So, while this happens, and, Filo gets adopted and everything, and the family has a discussion, something starts to happen now. Since Izuku's hunter agency is getting more hunters and training, and more people are basically becoming awakened, new events are happening around the world. You see, we're going to kind of skip a couple months. So, a few months basically have passed, and Izuku's business has been running good, until then, he's in his office doing paperwork, as then the Hero Commission comes in. As what happened is, the head, Hero Commission, the main lady, I don't know her name, I'm not going to look it up, just say head of the commission, sits down in Izuku's, not seat, but the seat that basically puts out for guests, as she has like two heroes beside her. She goes, Izuku Midoriya. And he goes, head of Hero Commission, what may I do for you? She basically says, you have some villains. He goes, hunters. She's, silent for a minute, giving him a stern look, and she says, hunters? Here. He goes, yes. And you also took down Overhaul, there we go. Base. A lot of people were killed, / not killed. Which she says, yes. She goes, that's against the law, and but basically Zuko goes, and what are you going to do about it? Which he leans back, goes, I'm a hunter. I hunt beasts, monsters in the dungeon, and humans that you people don't seem to understand that a threat needs to sometimes be eliminated. After all, inhuman experimentation is, well, not human anymore if they do that to humans, but on a child no less. In which he's basically calm, collected, and yet though there's this deadly aura in the air. As the heroes are kind of a little bit shaken, she goes, it's still against the law. You could get arrested for this, and he goes, you can't stop me. You can't get rid of me. You see, you can't do anything, so you're trying to use the law against me. You'll fabricate any little thing that you want. But you forget. As All For One comes out of his shadow and stands behind Izuku, as the Hero Commission lady stiffens up, and All For One says, Hero Commission, the leader of it. The dark deeds that you have done behind the scenes. Quite amusing how you are threatening my king. Which she gulps a bit. Izuku smirks. He goes, I have all your little dark secrets of what the Hero Commission has done because of All Might. A little accident with All For One. It's been taken care of. But you are going to try to keep the power vacuum in check. Guess what? I'm doing that. So, we have hunters now who are able to kill people that deserve it. Or take them in. We work with the law, as we also kill monsters that may come out of certain gates. In which one of the heroes goes, yes, and that's another reason why we're here. Which All For One says, my liege, please, allow me to ask them these questions now. Which Izuku sits back and watches. Which then All For One will ask, so, what is it about the gates that you want to explain to us? Which the Hero Commission sighs as she holds up her left hand, as the hero to her left is Hawks, as he gives her basically a tablet, as she basically takes in, types down certain numbers, as she turns around and shows a gate appearing in basically Russia. Then in basically France and America. She goes, it's not just Japan no more, it seems. Where Suzuku blinks, and then his eyes narrow. He goes, I see. So it's not just Japan. Yes. And since the gates, you are having most of your hunters here. Basically, which he nods in understanding. He goes, I understand now. We need more hunters around the world. And I've asked for a council of basically governments around the world to, which Izuku not understandable again, he says, to come together and talk this situation. I see. She basically then says, can heroes? Yes, anyone can basically become a hunter. But their quirk will become more of a skill now than the actual power, which means their limitations will be because of the skill and their level. Which she nods, understanding that again. In which she goes, so the power vacuum is truly closing rapidly, huh? Which all for one will chuckle and says, of course. Do you really think someone of my king's caliber could not, negate this power vacuum All Might would have left? As then Biro comes up and says, yes, our king will be able to do that with ease. Yeah, with ease basically, as Izuku just Deku Izuku just chuckles. You two put too much faith in me. But I've grown stronger since I've left here and returned. And I do think I should basically summon out some of my soldiers to go around the world and deal with these gates. Which he gets up and immediately walks towards his office door and open it. He looks at the Hero Commission, Hawk, and this random hero, and he says, come on. You're gonna love this. So when he basically gets, out of his basically his hunter guild. Yeah, I'm just calling it hunter guild for now, but I think that's what I called it originally. But who knows? He goes out of it as multiple people are walking out on the streets and everything. They see Izuku. Because it was international, like everyone saw what Izuku did to the Ant King. As they see, for one, they see the Ant King Biro. As Izuku basically all of a sudden his shadow grows and all of his shadow soldiers come out. Igris, Tank, Iron, Tank is Nomu, Iron, the Elf King from the Snow Red Gate dungeon. I forgot his name. I'm not looking up at the moment, but for right now, if you want to know who it is, look it up. It starts with an I think. His soldiers, all the monsters from the basically not to summon a demon lord, but I mean Rise of the Shield Hero. As everyone sees them, Izuku just looks at them smirking, which the Hero Commission lady is quite terrified. As Izuku says, tell me, where are all the gates? Which she basically, sees, and it is, America. Besides Japan, it's America. I forgot what I said. Give me a minute. Okay, America, Russia, England, and just overall some other places. Small ones, bigger ones, which Izuku would nod. And he says, alright everyone, I need you to basically go out to these locations of the world. The ones that can fly. Help out the ones that cannot. And so he basically tells them to go to America, Russia, England, Germany, just where those gates are, and they do so. It will take a while to get there, which Izuku says, alright, let's go to the World Government Building then, since there may be one here. In which she goes, alright, please come into my car, as they do so. So, they basically travel. Everything's quiet in the car besides the radio. Izuku is keeping his eyes closed, while they basically are being quiet. The Hero Commission lady is trying to figure out how to make Izuku be under her control and the Hero Commission to protect Hero Society, because to be fair, he is a threat to them and the way of living. Because everyone's quirks that are becoming a hunter are becoming skills now, and it's a threat. Plus, I mean, the way how Izuku, I made him say everything is that, yeah, people that deserve it are going to go down. But, I mean, they can just go against the wall willy-nilly. So she will ask him, so will you actually go against the law to protect those who need it? Well, it also depends on the person and the situation. Think about it. Hostage situation. He's about to kill them, the hostages. What are you supposed to do? Subdue him, but accidentally let the basically bullet hit one of the hostages and kill them, or kill them and protect the hostages? It's like the choice that the police officers make. Which she just nods slowly. After that, it goes silent. So in a sense, Izuku and the Hero Commission lady, Hawk, and this random hero, get there. As basically they aren't all meeting in person, but video. As she has called this meeting, asked them to come over, as when she basically speaks after they enter, get to the area, into the room and everything. And now she's speaking, Izuku is just there, behind her. She goes, hello, leaders of the world. I am such and such name, and I'm here with basically someone who can deal with the gates that are appearing around the world. In which one of the leaders would say, who is it? She goes, this is Izuku Midoriya. He has dealt with them before, and he has unique abilities. She moves out of the way as Izuku goes up to the podium and says, hello there, government officials, leaders of the world. I am Izuku Midoriya. It's a pleasure to meet you all. As they all nod, he goes, these gates you are encountering are basically not be able to handle by heroes. You see, I used to be the only one that could handle them, but now there are others that can. You see, I have a commission here, you can call it, but I mostly call it a guild, an adventuring guild, where everyone meets, fights the monsters, gets stronger, and also go out and protect the civilians of Japan. Now, you all be wondering, what makes everything so different? That heroes cannot go into those gates and handle said creatures in the gates. Easy. They are stronger than people with quirks. And I am stronger than those monsters. Right now, there are multiple creatures going into those gates at the moment, as he saves the countries that I mentioned. As all of a sudden, the people that were in those countries, because they're on video chat, looks into it, as they go like, what the hell are these things? As basically, they put video footage on their screens that they show creatures entering the gates. And he goes like, that is my shadow soldiers. Now, please understand, they are on my side, so that means they're on your side. They follow my orders alone. In a matter of minutes, they should be done with those gates. But I will need to establish some other adventuring guilds in your locations of your homes, countries. Though I could easily hold up. But I will need some people to come over to Japan and to gain basically the ability that I have. Which someone from Korea will ask, and what is that you have? a hunter. Huh? What I am is a hunter, not a hero. I hunt monsters. Or criminals, we can say. But each one has a system individual to their skills and abilities. So, they'll have to get that. Their quirks will turn into a skill, and they then will become very powerful on their own when they keep on going to said gates and fight against monsters. Now, you may send whoever you want to said location into Japan, and I will have some of my hunters go and escort your heroes to my, well, area of work. My home base, we could call it. Which some people, will agree to this. Because they realize if they can have this hunters on their side to go into the gates, then they may stand a chance. Because, some heroes went in and never came out. Others had some monsters that came out and they were the weakest of the weak, and they gave massive damages to their areas. So yeah. So he basically, Izuku basically just smirked. It was like, thank you for understanding. Now, I hope we can all get along just fine. And I must warn you, if any of your heroes try to harm anyone in my guild that are my workers, as he releases his aura, and they can feel it for the screens. He goes, I will not hesitate to eliminate or not eliminate them completely, but eliminate them to the situation by breaking their bones. Understand? In which they are actually terrified. And before they can even say anything, like some people were going to argue, they see the images on the screens of the people who had the gates open as each shadow soldier comes out with bags of basically items or just, of crystals or anything, monster parts, loot drops basically. And it's just like shocking as Izuku does see that the experience he got from them wasn't even much to even level him up. Which he understands that. So, he goes, as you can see, my soldiers did their job right. Now, good day to all of you. As he walks out, of the room and will leave. Now, everyone is understanding that they cannot mess with this teenager. He is not to be trifled with. So, after that day, Izuku does his daily quest and everything, and he does start learning basically some more, I would say, skills. Actual real life skills on basically raising the child, more martial arts and everything. And give me a minute. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm not making this video long. Basically, by that means I'm not gonna make this like an hour and some minute video. I'm gonna make this probably a good 50 minutes. Because this is kind of just me just starting off, where I can bring the characters in and everything. So yeah. So, each basically country starts to figure out who do they want to go to meet Izuku Midoriya and become hunters. So, hunters or adventurers, whatever. Anyways. But yeah. So, we go to America, who they, well, the Hero Association is looking at Stars and Stripes as basically like, Mrs. Stars and Stripes, we would like for you to go to Japan and become one of these hunters. In which she would have a look at the details, and she sighs and says, I can't. Which they're like, what? He goes, this may be good, but with my quirk, it's better off if it stays as a quirk instead of a skill, because it will limitate, basically, well, have limitations then. In which they thought of that and they tried to convince her. She still refuses. As then basically they sigh. Now, as the Hero Commission says, I should have figured that. As then they have this muscular man come in that has long hair, wearing sunglasses, and I just need to look up his name real quick. Okay, I'm trying to say his name right, but it's Thomas. That's Thamos? I said Mos, I know, but it's Thomas? Yeah, I know I'm probably saying it weird, but yeah, I don't know how to say it. Just Thomas? I'm not trying to, say anything else. I'm just trying to say how it is or what I'm seeing. I probably need to watch the anime and just hope for the best they bring him in so that I can hear how they say his name. But yeah, I'm also going to try to watch the anime. I have not watched it since ever. I know that's probably saying, but here's the thing. I don't watch much anime and I don't look into anything new because of how some corny gets sometimes and everything. Or some strange to me. But anyways, enough of that. Yeah. So he comes in, Thamos, as the Hero Commission says, Thamos, we'd like for you to go into Japan and become a hunter. Where she basically looks at the details that they basically had on file, and he goes like, alright, I'll do it. Which then Stars and Stripes like, but you're the number 2 hero. How can you? He goes, look, Star, just gonna say this. Basically, even your quirk didn't work against those monsters. When we worked together, it did. Well, when we worked together, we were able to kill them. So look, I'm doing this for the people. And also to see what's up with this whole entire skill thing. But it sounds like an interesting time. So why not? In which the Hero Commission would nod. And I say, thank you. Which she says, no problem. Now we go to Korea. Now, basically, the Korean government leader, the exact same one, in the solo leveling, is there. I just cannot say his name. I don't want to pause it again, but you know who he is. This old man who still has somehow a aura around him that's strong, even though his quirk does not basically make him as a hero, but still, somehow his aura alone makes people respect him. He goes, alright everyone, this boy is Zuko Midoriya. He's quite a certain individual that I would not recommend pissing off. Actually, I would recommend to you to stay on his good side. He's the most, how should I say, dangerous individual I've ever met. In which all the top 10, the S-rank heroes in solo leveling, not heroes, hunters, are the heroes, here. They basically blink as, one of them would say, sir, are you? He was, yes, I'm being serious. Look. I may be old, but even I know one thing. When someone like him enters a room and has that aura around him, that feeling of if you don't listen, you could basically get harmed. It's never a good sign. Now, you need to go and become hunters because you'll come back stronger. The gates here aren't that many, but we need to have people like you around who could still be heroes and hunters at once. Which they all nod. And so, each one would be packing up their things. Everyone around, the world who are the solo leveling characters who are chosen to basically go, including the guy that left Korea to go to America and become a top rank hunter. He's also, left to become a top rank hero, which he was number 3, which he's going with Thamos to basically become a hunter to get stronger. Now, what's gonna happen? Yeah, that guy's gonna do something. He's gonna be something just like he did in the online comic or manga or whatever. Yeah, he's gonna do something like that. But I'm not gonna spoil it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And yeah, but that's for later. So, anyways, so they are all flying. Well, not all flying. They basically are getting ready. They basically have so many days and such. Izuku is making preparations. He's getting everything ready, as Mia says. Pierce goes like, this actually could be a good thing. We then can set up bases in different places where we can have a network around the world. Which Izuku would smirk at her. He goes, true. That would be good. So, how's everything though with my progression? She goes, it's going good. I mean, you didn't level up, but if you're talking about your overall stats, they're quite high. Sooner or later, you're gonna basically be able to, become so strong that no one's gonna be able to harm you. Izuku chuckles. He goes, I don't think that. But that's probably true. Anyways, it is getting late. I think I'm gonna just head home and spend time with my family. Which Mia would nod. Just, so, about that gauntlet. Which Izuku would take out of his inventory and he sees this gauntlet. Which is black and purple material. He goes, I don't know why, but I have a strange feeling coming off of this. Like, it's me, but not me. My power, at least, I'm talking about. Yeah, I can see that. Which, all of a sudden, Izuku will just look at her and goes like, do you know anything about this? She says, nope. But it may be, it may be basically Sun Jin Woo. You never know. Maybe you'll be able to fight him one day. 2 Shadow Monarchs fighting against each other? Which she does giggle and she goes, yeah, you never know. You're different from him. You're taking routes that he didn't. You're being way more strategic, way more cunning. Your planning is a little bit better. And your team of warriors are a little bit more diverse. Which Zuko does nod, but he does say, but I do need to get more powerhouses. She would agree to that. She goes, monsters are not heroes. Monsters are villains. He would think. He goes, there's probably quite a few villains around the world. But, I'll try to go for monsters. You never know. I could probably find one. I'll go to the dungeons after I get all these new hunters around. She goes, you mean the ones that are coming from the different countries? He goes, yep. And then I can help them establish their new bases for hunters. He goes, yeah. He goes, that is a very unique way of doing things. Let's just hope it's for the best. Which Izuku nods. He just says, I hope it doesn't take too long for them to get here. Which she does say about how it may take, since they're packing everything, they may take a day or two to get here. Well, she just groans. He goes, so I can't go into the dungeon or face against monsters. Great. Just great. Which she does giggle. So, after that, he goes home. And, well, he spends time with his family. Now, if I know I was going to try and make this 50-minute video long, but I did look at my phone, and it is low on battery. After I left, and then when I came back. And I am starting to get tired of it, so I am going to get going. I know it's shorter than my other videos, and I usually try to make this 50-minute long or whatever, but to be fair, I just wanted to put out this video. I wanted to make this, and I didn't know where I was going to go with it. Honest and truth, I just freed it. That was it. I had no plans for this. I didn't even think of where to go with this. I basically had no idea. I just did this all freely. No idea script, nothing, just done. With just all thoughts, and I can't think of where else to go. Besides, looking up all the characters' name, and then, establish those bases, like I said. But it's I don't know where basically, I just remembered one of the videos of this series, season 1 of my videos of this, I was like, okay, so this is where bases can happen, and people can come and become hunters, and yada yada yada. And I'm like, I don't know who else is in the Shadow Army or anything else. I'm literally basically could not watch all of them. So I'm like, fudge. So yeah, this is where I'm just gonna have to end it, and just hope for the best I can get through it. But I may make another video of someone asked for Naruto Beyblade. Yeah, I'm gonna try to work on that then next. But hopefully you all like this, for this just to come back out and everything. And all, I'm just, didn't know where to go with this really. So I just made this how far I think I can go with it. And it just made 43-minute long or whatever. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand. I'm sorry this is not as much as you want, but I mean, it may, be good. But yeah, this is a good introduction to season 1, or not season 1, season 2 of Solo Leveling Deku. But yeah, bye everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye.